Hello, everyone, and welcome. And thank you for joining me today for Yoga in Our Cities virtual studio. And I'm Anne. And please consult your medical practitioners if this is your first time exercising, even yoga. Whenever you start an exercise program, no matter what it is, it's a good thing to check in with your medical practitioner. Now, this is especially important if you are pregnant, if you are nursing, if you're taking any medications, or have a pre existing condition. So, I welcome you this evening, and this evening will be a little bit different than the rest of the sessions if you tuned in, because at the end, we have a mindful meditation that'll take longer than usual. So, we're going to deserve it after doing all the asanas and the warm ups and everything else today. So, we're going to spread the love today because we know it's a special day. So, on a personal note, let me mention that tonight's session will synchronize again the movements with the breath and how important it is that wherever we are in our range of motion or our ability to be flexible is just perfect, just the way it is. This yoga, chair yoga, is for everyone. Now, what I'd like to do now is to just go through briefly the props. And what's so cool about chair yoga is you can devise any props you choose. Most important is you want to be comfortable using them and to be sure that they're steady and safe. So, to start, this is our chair. And I'm sure you all have your chair or your wheelchair. And this is considered a prop, along with a mat for sturdiness. I have solid legs on my chair, and it's sitting on a mat so it won't glide or be a kind of slippery floor. In addition, we have blocks, and these blocks we'll be using tonight. They're very important if your feet are not touching the ground, or for they serve another purpose too. We can also put them in our back of our chair to keep us upright for support. And of course, I have our lovely blanket, and I'll be using mine at the end to stay nice and warm and cozy during our mindful meditation. I also have a strap or this band, and it tends to be, it's a thermoband. It has some elasticity to it. So as we move our muscles using this, you can feel the muscles working because that's what we want, active engagement of the muscles. Because remember, the muscles are supporting the bones, so very important. And if you were here last week, you saw the roller, and I'm going to show you that when we go and we look at the feet and we begin to engage the feet in different types of movements. Okay, so to begin this evening, we'll start with sitting mountain, which is our foundational pose. And the purpose of the sitting mountain is to keep us actively engaged, especially that our spine is elongated and lengthened. That's exactly what we want. We want to lengthen the spine. Now, in addition, we are doing sitting mountain. So anytime we're doing a posture or asana, you can come back to sitting mountain because as you continue to do this sitting mountain posture, you're going to see that your neuromuscular memory in your brain will automatically move into this. So I'm going to walk you through sitting mountain, and I won't be as detailed when we talk about sitting mountain in between each asana, but you know what the purpose is for the lengthening and the elongation of the spine. And in addition, we're going to be engaging our lower body, and we're going to take our muscles and really feel them because our lower body, those muscles are going to support the bones. So let's begin by taking your body and just bringing it to the front of your chair, no matter what your chair looks like. So you want a space in between. Now, you want to be safe. So be sure that you have enough flexibility and room that you feel grounded on your chair. So you're going to take your right hand, move the fleshy part of your buttocks, and you should feel that bony part on the right cheek and then the left, same thing. Now, we want to find that as we move and we rotate, we could feel those sits bones. That's another sign that we are grounded on the chair. Now, in addition, we're going to take our feet and we want our feet planted just about hip width apart. So our feet are flat on the mat or the floor in front of you. Now, I'll be talking about the feet during certain of the asanas this evening. So when I say press into the front of the feet, there's two spots here, and that's in the fatty part of the foot. It's a cushion, and also on the sole of the foot. So we want to push those into the mat. So again, you can feel the engagement of the feet and also the ankles, and then the whole body. And as we move up, I'm going to take the two fists, put in between, and ride them right between the fleshy part of our thighs. And this also allows our pelvis or our hips to sit perfectly in the pelvis, which is this bowl-shaped figure on our bodies. Then I'm going to invite you to take your right hand, again, a fist, your pinky, let it come under the chin, and you want your chin to be parallel to the floor in front of you. Now, what we're going to do too is we're going to open the chest, so the shoulders are going to come up to the ears and have the shoulder blades kissing each other, opening the chest, allowing the breath to move through the body, and the lungs become full and nourished. Now, after that, we're going to simply look up the wall in front of you, and where that wall meets your ceiling is a line, and that's as far up as you want to raise your chin. We do not want to hyperextend our neck. So when I mention to raise your eyes, you simply bring your eyes right to that point. We also call that dristi. Now, the dristi, or that point, allows us to really get our balance, to support our bodies in balance, and also a focus point so our mind doesn't race all over. They say we have 50 to 60,000 thoughts in one day, so we have to train those wild horses to come back, okay? And that takes time and work, but we can all do it eventually. Now, in addition, we're going to take our hand, make a little touching the thumb with the index finger, and come right to the belly button and zip up. And this is the reminder that our front body is to stay erect. And then we're going to move right down to the back body. And we also want, again, that lengthening of that spine and all the discs sitting perfectly aligned. So we are now actively engaged in sitting mountain. Now the lower body, we want to take our muscles in our mind's eye and just tighten them. Tighten the muscles in the lower body. And as you know, we always start from the foundation. So this is the 90-degree angle. And then as we go across here, it's 90 degrees. So we have 90 on the base from the feet up here, 90, and then 90 at our upper body or torso. All right, beautiful job. Now, of course, we have our intention. And the intention this evening is I trust my inner guidance and I follow it. Now, this is a positive affirmation, and we're going to say it 3 times out loud. So we're going to reaffirm the affirmation. And let's begin. I trust my inner guidance and follow it. I trust my inner guidance and follow it. I trust my inner guidance and follow it. And now just close your eyes for a moment. Allow this beautiful affirmation to just marinate in your mind and also in your body. I trust my inner guidance and I follow it. And next, we're going to move into our breath or pranayama. And the first one we will start with, and we have done it in other sessions, and it's called the Ujjayi breath. It's also called the victorious breath, and sometimes you'll hear it as an ocean breath. Now, this breath has a few benefits. One of the benefits is it helps to relieve stress. So the Ujjayi or victorious or ocean breath helps to relieve stress. In addition, it also calms our mind. It allows the unionization of both sides of the brain, the right and the left, so it's working as one unit. And in addition, it's massaging the throat. So I'm going to begin to show you, and then we'll do a few of the breaths, and I'll lead you. So to begin with, we're always going to inhale through the nose. We keep our mouth closed and we exhale through the nose. Or inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Keep the mouth closed. Now you can open your eyes, and one of the ways we can remember this Ujjayi breath is we can take our hand and place it in front of us. And it's pretend there's a mirror in front of you and you're fogging up the mirror on the exhalation. Okay, so let's try it that way. So we're going to inhale. Now, it is called the ocean breath because on the exhalation through the mouth, you may hear a sound similar to the ocean. Okay, so let's realign. Come back into your sitting mountain, open the chest, and let's move again into the Ujjayi breath. And I'll walk you through, but go at your own pace. I'll just go through inhale, exhale, and we'll do it only for 2 breaths. Like inhale, counting to 2, and then exhale 2. All right, and let's begin. You may keep your eyes open or closed. Take one more full breath. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Now, another benefit of the Ujjayi breath or the victorious breath or the ocean breath is that it improves the concentration for the individual doing it. And if you notice, your body may feel a little warmer because you're heating the body from the inside. So it's a warming breath. And now let's come back to again our sitting mountain pose, and you know what to do. Make sure those feet are now really grounded on the mat in front of you. And the next breath that we're going to do is just the coherent breathing. We've also done this if you've been into other sessions with me. Now, this one, for the sake of people that maybe this is your first time doing it, we're going to do it for only two, a count of two in the inhalation through the nose and a count of two on the exhalation through the nose. Okay? And let's begin. You may close your eyes or leave them open. And the coherent breath also is a calming breath. And it also helps us to improve our power of concentrations. And let's begin. Now take one more full breath. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Now you may close your eyes or leave them open and just experience how your body feels after both of these breaths. And did you notice when you were going through either of them, whether it be the Ujjayi or the coherent breath, what was the quality of your breathing? Was it smooth? Did you notice that with each inhalation and exhalation, maybe a count of two was not long enough for you? Maybe you could go three or four. And as you move through the breathing on a daily basis, you'll notice that you'll be able to extend your breath for longer periods of time. So maybe the inhalation, you can count 7, and the exhalation, 7. So again, our breath not only nourishes the whole body, but it supplies new oxygen to the cells and removes the toxins from the body. Okay, now we're going to move into warm-ups. So again, come comfortably on your seat. I'm going to grab something to drink here. And if you need something to drink, again, this is taking care of yourself. So please get yourself something to drink. And we're going to start this evening, as we do each of the classes or sessions, with warm-ups. And again, we're going to start at the base where our feet are grounded on the mat. And I'm going to invite you to take your toes and take that cushiony part in the front, okay, right beneath the toes, and press that into the ground beneath you. So your heels are up And I'll get on the side so you can see. So we're going to ground that cushiony part of our feet on the mat and then lift up the heels. Then we're going to take the heels and push them down, and the toes are going to come up. So you'll see we're doing this beautiful movement. And this is lubricating our ankle joints. And we know how important our feet are. Okay, that's the warm up for the feet. But now let's extend our feet out. And now engage the muscles in your thigh and make circles with the feet. And reverse. Now, if you find at any time you're getting tired, just rest. This is called love yourself, take care of yourself. And we never move beyond any ouch. So if you feel a little bit of a movement, of course, it feels great. But if there's any ouches or any uncomfortability like pain, you've gone too far. So we want to be sure we never get to that point. Okay, now moving on. Like last week, we did hands, shoulders, knees, and toes. So today, with the warm up, you're going to take your hand, place it right beneath the knee, and just kind of squeeze it towards your chest. This is actually a wind relieving pose. And now the left, inhale, bring that knee closer to the chest, and exhale down. We're just warming up the knees. We'll do 3 times each side. Synchronizing again the breath with the movement. Inhale, coming up, and exhale down. That's the other thing. When you inhale and the part of the body that you're stretching comes up, and when you exhale, you contract it down, again, you'll never have a problem. You won't strain anything because you're coherently and mindfully moving, inhaling, and stretching or extending, and exhale, contracting. Okay, now moving up, I would like you to take your hands for a moment and just kind of tap the top thighs. And tap around. This helps to get the circulation moving. So you're feeling that nice tap. We have all the tools to do this. And be sure we get under here. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, now we're going to move into our hands, and let's take the hands, palms together, and take the fingers like in a prayer position or palms together, and squeeze the hands down and take the base of the hands and kiss them or have them touch each other. And then make circles with the hands. Again, we are moving our wrists. And reverse. And then let's engage a little bit farther by moving and warming up the upper body or the upper torso. And allow yourself to just let go and begin to move. Again, safety at all times. And reverse. And then we're going to go into the fingers, and we're going to take the fingers, we're going to tap, 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 thumbs together, next fingers, okay? There's a lot of nerve endings at the tips of our fingers, and we know that our hands and our fingers are very functional. And of course, sometimes people cannot use, or they don't have a hand, or they have a special let's say if something happened that one got into a situation where they had a sprained wrist or whatever, that's when we really realize how important our hands are and our fingers for functionability. And now let's shake out the hands. Shake them out, the blood moving. And then let's do some hip rolls, moving those hips. Nice full circles. Again, safety is number one. And feel secure on your chair and reverse. And then we're going to move up to the shoulders. So let's take the shoulders and bring them up to the ears and then relax them. So inhale, shoulders up to ears, and let go. Let's do this 5 times total. 3. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears, exhale, and then again. Beautiful. And now let's take the shoulders and kiss those shoulder blades together by pushing the sternum out slightly. So you can feel the opening again of the chest. Open that heart chakra or that heart. And then turn. So we're going to move right into the cat cow, which is one of our asanas or postures. Now, the cat cow is a beautiful movement to feel the release if we have any tension in through the back. And then we're also moving in the front. So our digestive system also is getting nice blood, fresh blood and oxygen pumped to it. And then if you like, you can always move a little more, engage the arms and the hands in your cat cow. So again, any asana or posture we do on the mat can be done on our chair. It's very, very varied. Can do anything that we do on the mat, we could do on the chair. All righty. Now, the next posture we're going to do is the tree pose. Now, the tree is excellent for balance. However, depending upon where you are in your flexibility, depending upon where you are in your ability to rotate, we're going to do 3 levels for each of the postures or asanas. And wherever you're comfortable is where you stay. So level 1 will be from the floor up, then level 2, I'll demonstrate that, and then level 3. So wherever you're at, that's where you stay. Now the tree is a balancing posture. It also helps our power of concentration. So if you're at level 1, you're simply going to take the right leg and just kind of come on the front of the balls of the right foot and just comfortably allow the heel of the right foot to gently touch the left foot. And this is level 1. Now, our lower body could be at level 1, but our upper body level 3, because we may have a larger range of motion and more flexibility into our upper body. So you can mix and match levels. Now, the lower body, and then we have our upper body, then we have our right, and then we have our left. So we're also going to see, and be mindful of this, you may notice that you can extend farther on the right side, and maybe the left you're a little stiff, whatever it is, okay? So just be mindful. For level 1, we're simply going to take the hands and we can place them right on our belly or on our thighs. So this would be level 1 tree pose. Now, level 2 may be that we're going to take that right foot and place it over the left foot that's on the floor. And again, if we're level 1, hands on the thighs or on the belly. If you're on level 2, you may want to take your fingers and place them gently on the shoulders and breathe into the tree pose. Let's take 3 breaths here. and relax. And if you're on level 3, you're going to take that right foot and place it on the thigh of the left. This would be level 3. And you again may be on level 1, level 2, or arms may be able to come up like in the branches of a tree. And breathe. And then inhale and exhale. Allow the arms to come back down to the sides of the body. Now remember, yoga means union. So what we do to the one side or the right side, now we must do to the left side. So again, find your level of flexibility, whether it be level 1 on the lower body, level 1 on the upper body, level 2, or level 3. I'm going to go into level 2 on the other side of the body. Okay, so I'm going to take my left leg and place the foot, my left foot, over to the edge of the right foot. And again, I'm taking the cushiony part of both feet and I'm pushing them on the mat. And let's say I'm going to take level 3 for my upper body and breathe. Open the chest. This also opens the sternum, and you could feel the movement in the spine. You're lengthening and strengthening. And breathe. Engage those lower muscles on the lower part of your body. Engage. Invite the core to engage. Take the muscles in the core and tighten. Great movement. Exercise our core. Strengthening our core strengthens the lower back. And then release, exhale, come back down. Beautiful. So the level of flexibilities are very important. And again, with your own mindfulness, you'll know how far you can come. But you're still getting the benefits within each asana or posture, whether you're on level 1 or level 3. Okay, all depends on your range of motion. Now, in addition to that, I'm going to introduce you to Utkatasana, or the chair pose. Now, this chair pose we're going to do on our chair. Many times you may see this in a yoga class or on YouTube, and they're doing it standing up. We're going to do it sitting down. And in addition, we're going to engage. This is a strengthening movement, strengthening the muscles in the bones in the lower body. So we're going to start, if we were on level 1, again, we're going to take the fatty part of those toes and ground them into the mat. And we're going to come forward. This would be level 1. You can feel the engagement of the lower spine and hips. And if you are on level 1 with your upper body, then you can just put your hands in front and breathe. This is the chair pose. Breathe deeply. This increases and strengthens also our muscles. You're engaging the muscles. Also with your abdominal muscles, you want to be aware of them. Tighten them up. This helps with the digestive juices, and all the blood is rushing. It's moving and stimulating your colon, your intestines, your whole digestive system. And then relax. Now we're going to move into level 2 for the chair pose. And now I'm going to ask you to come further up on your tippy toes if you're level 2, and bring your feet about 6 inches behind where they were before. Okay, engaging the feet on the floor, just walk them back about 6 inches. Now for level 2, we're going to move our front body up. So let's move forward. And this is what we call a hip extension. And I want to show you what's the best way to get into the hip extensions or flexors. So you're going to take your hand and place your fingers on your thighs, and your thumbs are kind of in the cushionier, fleshy part of the hips. And then you're going to move them up, and you're going to take your thumb and place your thumb into the creases of the hips. And your fingers are engaged or wrap around. You can feel your hip flexors. And now I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to bend at the hip. So come forward if you're in level 2 for Utkatasana, and level 2 in the feet, and breathe. Now you may find yourself that you're in level 3. So you can take your arms and you can bring them forward in front of you, palms facing. And you can even extend them farther if you like, and look gently up. You're not going as far as your drishti, where the seam hits the ceiling. Well, actually, that would be the farthest you should go. And breathe. Now we're going to take 5 full breaths here. Be mindful of the thigh muscles, engage them, and your core, your abdominal muscles. Breathe deeply. This also helps and builds our power of concentration. Yoga is beautiful for focusing. And breathe deeply, extending the fingers out. Now, if you were at level 3, you can even come forward a little bit more in the hips, but you want to be safe on your chair. And breathe again. So wherever you are is where you are. What we call being comfortable in our own skin. I trust my inner guidance and I follow it. And then slowly inhale and exhale, bring the arms down, soles of the feet back down on the floor. And let's just move, re-engage, come back into our sitting mountain. And you may need to stretch. So I'm finding my body is telling me now, even though it's not really next on my agenda, but I'm going to listen to I'm going to trust the knowledge of my physical, mental body to see what do I need. And I'm finding that I need a spinal twist. So level 1, we're simply going to take our right hand and place it on the side of your chair. And the left hand, we can take it and we can kind of walk the hand a little bit farther on our lower right hip, and just breathe into it. Now this would be level 1. Now if you find level 1, this is too far, this may be level 2 for you, just bring the hands closer to the front of the chair. So you readjust and realign while you're in the posture. That's perfectly fine. Now breathe deeply, inhale, and exhale fully. Now the spinal twist also brings more oxygen into the body. So you may feel the body becoming warmer. Now you're going to inhale and exhale and come back around. And now let's do the opposite side. So let's go into level 1. On level 3, if you choose, you can come as far back as you like. You can take that right hand, hold on to the chair, and the left all the way back. And breathe. So you feel that whole twist in the spine. Again, we're lengthening and we're strengthening. So now we're going to move to the opposite side, and we're going to take the left hand. Let's say we're at level 1. Just slightly inhale and turn and exhale. Maybe this is as far as you go for level 1. maybe where your rotation, your range of motion may be. And just kind of look. So your head is parallel to, I should say, your chin is parallel to the floor. You don't want to crink your neck. And inhale and exhale, level 1. Now, if you're at level 2, you're going to move that left hand farther back on the chair. Maybe this is where you're at. And maybe you can move your head a little bit farther over to face the wall behind you. And take your right hand, place it on the side of the chair, and breathe. And then if you're at level 3, you can take that hand and all the way back and look all the way back, keeping the front body forward because you want that twist in the spine. You're actually twisting and opening your whole torso here. Breathe deeply. Now you may find that on each exhalation, you can come a little bit farther into the twist, but only on the exhalation do you move or extend a little farther into the posture asana. And then you'll have no ouches and then slowly come back around. And let's just kind of, again, move that middle body, those sits bones just grounded on the chair. Now I'm going to do the spinal movements. So I'm making circles. And then I'm going to go forward, kind of like the cat-cow. And then the next asana we're going to do is the triangle pose. But let's move to the right, take the fingers and just allow them to extend so we're moving the spine side to side. Do twice on each side. Okay, now the triangle pose. The benefits to the triangle pose are it actually calms the nervous system. And in addition, it supports and strengthens the muscles around the bones. So for the triangle pose, I'm going to show you both sides. Now you may be at level 1, level 2, or level 3. So you find your place. Now level 1 would be, we're going to separate our legs maybe into just a V. So we may look like this for level 1 for the triangle pose. If we're at level 2 for our lower body, we're going to take that right leg and bring it into an L. Now we have a farther space in the mid body, but you may be at level 3, which is to take that left foot and you're going to extend it to the side. Now find your comfortable part and you can extend that left leg as far as you can. You may have to readjust yourself on your chair, okay, again for safety. And the foot on the left leg is straight out in front of you. So your foot is not on a diagonal, it's straight. So toes are facing forward. Now we're going to take that right hand and you can place it comfortably on the right thigh. And this is level 1. Well, level 1 would be the V. So we'd be back like that. Level 2, and this is level 3, where we have that extension of the right leg. And now we're going to take our left hand, and you may be putting your left hand just on your hips. Maybe your upper body isn't as flexible. Level 2 would be the shoulder. Level 3 would be raising the hand up to the ceiling, turning and looking at the palms of your hand. Feel the triangle posture opening and breathe fully. We're going to do 3 full breaths, engaging the muscles in the lower body. Breathe deeply. On the third breath, you're going to inhale, fingers up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring that left arm down. Gently and slowly take the left leg, unbend, and then walk both legs to the center. That was the triangle pose. And notice, how do you feel? Triangle pose is a calming posture, but you're also engaging all the strength in the body, especially the lower body and, of course, the arms if we're doing the full extension. And we want to be mindful of the muscles because remember, our muscles are supporting our bones. Okay? Now, if we're going to the opposite side, okay, which is again, yoga union. Now I'm going to take both legs, and if I'm at level 1, I'm going to simply move into a V. Maybe this is where my lower body is. But maybe I'm at level 2. So my lower body, I can move into a letter L. There's more of a space. Maybe my hands, I could be at a level 1, which would be putting my hand on my hip, the right hand. Level 2. So it matches the L shaped, but it doesn't have to be. You could be at a level 2 at the lower body and a level 3 at the upper body. And now what we're going to do is take that right leg and extend it. This may be your level 3, farther back. Now find your comfortable place on your chair. You may have to readjust your body so that right leg comes up if you're at level 3, toes facing front, right in front of you. Now we're going to take our left hand or arm, we're going to bend it on the left thigh nice and gently. And if we're on level 2 with our hand, we're going to put them on our shoulder. So level 1, level 2, and then we're going to do level 3, arm all the way up, turn and face and look at the palm of your hand. Now maybe you're only here, that's fine. But we want to relax the head. My neck, I have to be careful. So I need to relax my neck. You don't want to tense up any part of the body. And breathe into it. Breathe deeply. Now, as you inhale, maybe you're finding you're becoming more flexible, your range of motion increases. You may want to bring that right arm down a little, I should say back a little farther. So you're really opening the chest, opening the sternum, allowing the breath to fill up the lungs. Now we're going to inhale and slowly come back around, drop that right arm, take that right leg and bend it back, shimmy it over to the front, and back again, and let's readjust into sitting mountain. And now we're going to just move into pigeon eagle pose, both together. So for the pigeon pose, we may again be level 1. The foot, right foot comes right against the left. Level 2, cross it over. In level 3, if we have our band, that's great. So level 3, you're going to take it and place it at the bottom of the foot. You may have lots of flexibility here. You're going to take that right foot and bring it right up. Now, let's say the pigeon pose again. Maybe your upper body is level 1. So maybe it's just like this. Level 1, coming forward, opening the chest or the sternum. But it may be level 2. And you may be able to come down, bending at the hips a little farther. You may even want to put your head down and relax like you would if you were on the mat. In level 3, you may want to come all the way down. So you're really bending at the hip crease. And breathe. Come back up. And remember, as we said, if you don't have a band, no problem. Take the bottom of your pants if you have them, or socks on, whatever, and just pull it. As long as you don't rip your pants, right? Okay, now we're going to do the opposite side. So level 1, left foot against right, pigeon pose. Now maybe we're only here again. Kind of push the sternum forward though. Level 2, left foot over right, and maybe we can come a little bit farther down. Remember the hip crease? Kind of bend or hinge at the hips. And maybe we're at level 3, which in the pigeon pose, move forward, and we can maybe bring the arms right in front of us. And you may want to have a pillow in front of you if you'd like, or a blanket so you're comfortable. Or you can even use a block if this works. I'll use the block and just come forward, kind of another support, and breathe. And then slowly come back up. And before we do our relaxing mindful meditation, I want to bring the roller back. And again, if you have a roller or even weights work, 2 small weights, one on right foot, one on left. This is for me perfect because I need only one item. Now, some people use tennis balls, and this feels wonderful because remember, all the nerves end in the lower part of the feet. So that's all you need to do is roll them. Nice exercise, nice movement. It's like getting a free massage on your feet. And again, you may want to inhale, pull those shoulders back when the roller comes forward, and exhale. So you're engaging different parts of the body. Yeah, I'm glad you joined me. We did quite a few asanas or postures today. So back to the intention, I trust my inner guidance and follow it. So when you go into the levels, you're trusting your inner guidance and you're following it. Then we get, of course, our warm-ups. Then we moved into the cat-cow. After the cat-cow, we did the tree, and that's a beautiful balance asana or posture. And sometimes we may want to use the dristi in addition when we do the tree pose, because the dristi helps us again to focus. Then we moved into the chair and we engaged fully the lower body, all the muscles in the thighs. And then we moved into the triangle pose and the pigeon. So that was a beautiful, beautiful assortment of asanas and postures that you could practice carefully on your own. Okay, now for the final mindful meditation this evening, I'd like you to join me, but I'd like you to feel comfortable. So that comfortability may be, you may want to take your upper body and just kind of push it against the chair. Or you may want to take your blocks, which I'm going to do. I'm going to put one block in right foot, one on the left, because this meditation may take about 5 to 6 minutes. And begin to relax. And because it's winter, a little cold outside, I'm going to take my blanket and I'm going to place my blanket on my body. So you feel like you could do the same. If you don't have a blanket with you and you can get one wherever you're at, just grab it. And then we're going to start. So first of all, connect with your breath. And simply take the shoulder blades and press them against the chair behind you. You also may have a blanket where you can just really bundle it up on your body. And close your eyes and connect with your breath. Notice your inhalations and your exhalations. And tonight, this is called mindful breathing. and feel comfortable. Now, if you have a chair and you'd like to put it on your feet, please feel free, whatever you have. If you want your feet just to dangle on the floor, that's fine. But you find your comfort zone. Again, I trust my inner guidance and I'll follow it. So you found your comfortable position with a tall, straight back, but you're relaxed. Let your arms rest gently by the sides of your body. And when you're ready, close your eyes and trust. Bring your full attention to this very moment. Settling in, allow your mind and body to be still. With openness, patience, and curiosity, bring your awareness to your breath and take a deep breath in and then release it out fully. Then take one last deep breath before letting it settle and allow it to follow naturally and easily. Don't try to force the breath or regulate it. Just breathe naturally. Now scan down your body, bringing your attention to part by part of your body. Start at the top of your head and your scalp. Feel what is happening in your scalp and the top of your head. You may feel a tingling or heat or throbbing or a soft vibration. Your sensation is your own. Follow it and lower to your forehead, your face, and your jaw, allowing the muscles here to relax. On your next out breath, let that sensation dissolve and lower your focus to your neck. Letting the throat, the sides, and the back of the neck, notice any sensation that arises in the neck. Go deeper within. Now bring your attention to your shoulders, noticing any tension in your shoulders. If any part of your shoulders feel tight, relax them. Then extend your awareness down your arms towards your wrists, your palms, and your fingers. And then allow your breath to soften. Now come to your chest. Observe the rise and the fall of your chest. And notice how the lungs expand and contract. Direct your attention to your upper and your lower back. There may be some intensity since this is the area that we may hold stress onto. Begin to soften and relax. Then move your focus to your abdomen. Notice the expanding and the filling up of the air, then slowly empty on an exhalation. Bring your attention to your pelvis. Notice how your pelvis makes contact with the earth beneath you or on your chair. Relax. Direct your attention to the stillness. Bring your attention to your legs and your hips and your thighs. Notice where they make contact with your chair and feel it. Then lower your attention to your knees, your shins, and your calves. Let your legs soften. and tension is completely released. Relax into the stillness. When you're ready, breathe into your ankles, breathe into your feet and your toes, sinking into the state of relaxed awareness. Now, as we near the end of our mindful breathing, take a moment and notice how you feel. Your eyes are still closed. You may find that you are more relaxed. You may find this meditation is a comfortable place to be. So during times of stress, it's difficult to make thoughtful decisions, but you may want to come back to your breath, which is our preventative tool. So now I invite you to bring your attention back into the room. And if your eyes were closed, open them so you can get a sense of your body in space. Move your fingers, move your hands, open your eyes, take the palms of your hands, place them together, and remember our intention. I trust my inner wisdom and I will follow it. Thank you everyone for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the session. Take care. Have a great night.